Good morning. If you are joining us right now, I welcome. If you are watching the video after the live, I'm glad that you are doing this. If you are new, if I just want to talk about a couple of things. Well, first, welcome to my spiritual fitness class. This is my home gym. I'm trying to hide all the mess away from the camera, but today we are going to really again talk about, while we're exercising, about how our body teaches us about our Christian life, our life in faith. So the equipment that you will need is a bath towel. If you would go ahead and fold it, long half and then another half, and then you want to roll all the way. Typically, in my spiritual class at church, we use a ball like this, but because you guys are at home and we do not have a ball like this, that what I recommend that we can also use, because this is the reason why anybody can do this at home all the time, is to have a bath towel rolled this way, like a toilet paper, right? So have your bath towel rolled, and then another equipment that you will need is a hand towel. In our spiritual fitness class at our church, I have a long piece of rope that we use instead. But again, at home we will adapt. And so here it is, a hand towel. Couple of things to remember, especially if you're new to this class, is this. We typically say the world is on our shoulders, right? And we treat it like it is. Sometimes we put our world on our shoulders and we tend to kind of like let the world, our life in the world, just kind of take over us, right? We do this a lot, right? We let the world take over us. And we really need to make sure that we have it right where we want it, where we can be balanced, right? And then when you see kids, especially children, I'm sure adults do it too, I know I do, is that when we get into this really defensive mechanism, like you want to, protect yourself, we let our pride and our ego come before us. And how do we express that? Our chin goes up. So why is this not good? This is not good because we are really pinching a lot of the delicate nerves that go down the back of our neck. And what we want is engage our core. Our core is like our faith. It really helps us stay upright. It helps us, our body, to be aligned. But one of the most critical thing about engaging our core is that it helps to keep our heart open. Right? When our core is from your abs to your quads, right? When our core is released, it's not engaged, then we tend to do this. And first thing happens is that world that we carry on our shoulder engulfs us, and our heart gets closed. Okay, so this is what's going on. This is my first live class, so please be with me. I see all these. Okay, I'm glad. I was wondering, like, any of these comments that are coming up, whether there were some requests. So we're good. All right, please bear with me in this. One critical warning is this. Only you know your body. Just like no one else could do anything for you, right? We can only take each other to the water. We can't force each other to drink it, right? We have to be aware of our own body. So whenever you feel like this is too much, come up, sit up tall, heart open, world we're exactly where we want it, and just take a breath. Let that area be released. And then come right back where you left off. That's what we want to be. We don't want to just go, oh, I'm done, I'm too tired. And then look what is happening just to my body, right? We want to just really be upright by engaging our core. So again, if you have just joined us, you need two things: a bath towel that is folded in half, and then fold it another half, and then just roll it like a toilet paper. Put it aside, and you need a hand towel. This is all you need to really work on your whole body. You don't need no fancy equipment or anything. I mean, I do have fancy equipment, but this is all you need to do your daily maintenance for your health. So let's begin. What we need is a chair. You can use any chair, right? Dining chair or whatever. Just make sure that it doesn't have like so much cushion that it really helps your body to just be aligned and to relax. So I have these two folding chairs that I'm going to use. Put the other one right in front of you. Put your feet between the legs and sitting tall. Sitting tall without sticking your chest out, because when you're really just like, this is me, then look what's happening to my lower body. You are creating that arch, putting a lot of pressure in that lower back, right? So you want to slightly tuck your hip forward so that you don't feel any curvature in that lower body, and yet you feel your lower abs engaged, your upright spine is completely aligned. Now what happens if I decide I am the best? I'm going to put my pride out there. Look what's happening to my alignment. We want to slightly tuck so that there is alignment on our spine. One thing we don't want to do, I just realized this today too. A lot of people, when we function at church, we're like this. We were like, oh, I'm just not, I'm just such a bad person and I've done so many things. Does God want this? No. Because we have reconciliation, we have forgiveness, we have God's grace, right? God's grace provides us with be able to have heart open and our chin just slightly tucked with confidence. God wants to have confidence in our faith. And our body teaches us that this is the healthy position, not this, and definitely not this, right? So we're gonna work on this in this position. Sit up tall. Now, begin by lifting your big toe up, pressing the ball of your feet into the floor. And just notice the power already in how, just in that movement, by pressing the ball of your feet into the floor with your big toes up, flexing your toe, that your lower part of your body, your legs are already fully engaged, and you are now sitting up tall, right? So every little part of our community members count. All of you, every single one of you. Even you're like, well, I can't really do much. I can't. You know what? You matter. You matter and you make a difference in engagement. God wants us to be engaged with each other, and every single person, every single toe that you have, every single little parts of the body that we have matters. When it engaged, it strengthens us. So we want that. We really want that. We need to be engaged, especially in times like this, right? So we want to sit up tall already. Your core is automatically engaged because we are starting from our feet up, bottom up, right? And breathe. Let God hear your frustration. Let God hear your comfort. Let God hear your release. Now from here, close your lips. At the same time, place your left hand in your lower abs, because our hand connects us to our brain. The way we touch people really sends this sense of comfort to each other into our brain, right? It sends a message. So gently place your hand on your on your lower abs. Look at my elbow. It is engaged. If I touch my abs and just simply release, nothing is engaged, right? We want to engage as many muscles as we can. Right? So left hand on your lower abs, engaged by elbows out, heart open, world checked out, our pride checked, and then we're just going to stay right here at the same time. Our toes are flexed, our balls of your feet are pressing into the ground, and then the edges of your feet are pressing into the legs of the chair. And already you're in this. If you feel like, oh, I'm already feeling it, that's exactly where you want to be, right? Now, if you feel like, oh, I'm already tired, that's fine. Go ahead and release your toes, take a breath, come right back in. Just don't do this. I'm done. Okay, then so look how many steps I have to take just so that I can be back to that position again. That's where we want to be. This is the reason why once people leave a faith community, it is very hard for them to come back, because it takes so many different adjustments that they have to make in their life to bring our church or your faith life back into our regular routine again. So we want to just take a break if you need to, and then come right back. That's exactly how we want our life to just line up with our faith community. Okay, sitting up tall. Now have your lips slightly closed, but separate your teeth inside your mouth, and then if you are able, go ahead and press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. That keeps you from clenching, right? And that also keeps you from loosening. It keeps your head aligned as well with your spine, back of your neck. So holding it here, take a breath. Inhale. Exhale slowly as much as you can through your nose. 2 more times. And continue to try to maintain this nice, long, deep breath. Release the hands gently on your thigh. Feel your legs engaged, because your feet, everything from your toes all the way up, it's engaged. Okay? So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to grab our towel, bath towel. You can, if you have plenty of room, you don't need to do this, but if you're like me, I like to come to the edge of my chair so I can have a little bit more room. Place a towel right at the base where your tailbone is, where your end of your lower back. And then what I would like to do is just go ahead and slowly curve your hip forward so that you're gently leaning into that towel. And yet at the same time now you want to keep your heart open. And then continue to keep your toes flexed, ball of your feet pressing down, and now you're solid in this position. If you need to, just go ahead and work it away. You probably have to just kind of adjust to this, okay? If it helps, if your towel keeps sliding, just loosen it up a little bit. Maybe you want to get the edge of that towel to just kind of, like sit on that edge of the towel a little bit so it won't like slide away, okay? And then just slightly lean it in. I know it's not it's a little more challenging than having a ball, right? And hold it here, shoulders back and under. I'm going to remind you this constantly, because every time we do anything, the life just wants to take over. Your shoulders just wants to take over everything you do. And what happens when it does is it disengages your core. It disengages everything, and it keeps your spine completely out of line, right? So we want to make sure that our core is engaged by just checking our shoulders where it is. It does a lot for us, but let's just keep it exactly where it is, not overwhelmed by it. Okay, so from here, slightly tuck, shoulders down, and your left hand on your lower ab, right hand on your upper abs, elbows out, and just feel your core engaged now. So now you should be engaged. All your muscles should be engaged from the ball of from your toes all the way up to your shoulders, right? Now from here, it is easy for our head to compromise. If this is really hard, you want to do this. The turtleneck, the famous turtleneck. We are prone to doing this. And we have to be constantly reminding ourselves to check our chin so that our neck is nice and comfortable, that there isn't any nerves pinching or any havoc that is going on back there. Okay, hold it right here and breathe. If your abs are starting to shake, that's a very good sign. It means that your muscles are trying to adapt. It's trying to work to help you stay balanced here. And continue to breathe. And then just very gently switch your hands. Right hand in your lower abs, left hand in your upper ab. Elbows out, shoulders down, chin tucked. And you should feel all your muscles just being engaged. Our muscles, the more we are engaged, the stronger we become. And it is how it is in our faith community. The more we are engaged and more we strengthen ourselves in this engagement, the stronger our community will be. So continue to breathe. Mindful of your toes, mindful of your shoulders, mindful of your chin. Oh, and one more thing, I will be talking throughout our whole exercise. It doesn't mean you can just sit and just watch. Really be active. It's probably easier for you to be active now than try to watch the video later and try to do it on your own, okay? So continue to breathe. Anytime you want to take a break from this, because this is a very challenging pose, right? Especially if it's your first time. Just what you're going to do is come up, relax, take a breath, and then maybe you might have to adjust your towel to get back, but you can just come right back where you were. It's that easy, right? However, if you decide, oh, this is too hard, and then look how many steps I have to take to come back up, just everything, and it's just too much, right? And this will make you just forget the whole thing. So we want to make sure that we really be mindful of how we get into the position, at the same time how we get out, and then be able to come right back in. So I'm kind of right back here. Inhale and exhale. Check your toes, making sure that your legs are pressing out into the legs of the chair. And then slowly on your next exhale, come right up, sitting up tall. Relax and take a breath. Grab your hand towel, place it gently on your lap. Adjust the towel if you need to. And then tuck your tailbone under, hips forward, so that you feel your lower abs engaged, and lean slightly back, just slightly. If you feel like I can challenge myself more, right? And then you want to go back too far back, what happens is then your body, if you don't have enough strength, everything else is trying to compensate, and you're putting your whole body out of alignment. We have to listen to our body. If our body says, this is the point, this is about as all you can do right now, accept that and find gratitude for that. I can do this much at this point, and really be happy about that, and say thank your body for that, instead of, oh, this is all I can do and I want to do more. Don't be discouraged. Saying no is part of the strength. I'm just trying to adjust my towel. I know, I think you're having the same problem too, right? So I'm kind of sitting on the edge of my towel to do this, okay? So, my hips tucked, my lower abs engaged, my toes are engaged, so everything from my shoulders all the way down, my core muscles to my lower body is fully engage the muscle. Just hold it here. You might want to come up a little bit more just so that you can be comfortable and you can feel your abs still engaged. That's all you want to be, because we are going to go into strengthening our arms. Our shoulders, so when we do this exercise, we are strengthening all our muscles from your arms, your shoulders, your upper back, everything, right? So that we have muscles that support our joints. Our joints are like, remember I'm still here in this position, core is still engaged. Our joints are like relationships. They're so delicate. They have lots of nerves and tendons and ligaments. It's just very delicate area. So you don't want to put all the pressure in our joints. Like a relationship itself is not enough to sustain. What we have to do for health is to strengthen all the muscles around it. So by strengthening our arm muscles, shoulder muscles, and upper back muscles, we are supporting all that so that our joints, like our shoulder, the joints in our shoulders and our arms and everything else will be supported by the strength of muscles. So hold it. We're going to start with the biceps. Bring your towel about shoulder width apart and go a little bit wider if you feel like this is not as comfortable. Okay? Look at your wrist. Make sure that they are aligned. Okay? Make sure they're aligned. Make sure that you're not twisting your wrist in any way, because alignment is crucial. We want to make sure that we're in a healthy alignment with our relationships, right? This is all, it's a link to the relationship of our body. Our joints represent that. So really need to be supportive in that, right? So squeeze the towel first. At the same time, squeeze the elbow into your body. And you should already feel all your upper body muscles engaged. Your core is engaged. Now every single muscle from your toes to your shoulders, even your neck, they're all engaged. And hold it here. Don't hold your breath. Remember that breath is life to our body, just like spirit is life to our faith. You can't just say, I have faith, and do things without relying on allowing the spirit to work within us. Okay? Inhale and exhale. Shh. Inhale, exhale. Shh. Continue to pull the towel. At the same time, really squeeze your elbows into your body. And press those shoulders down and watch your chin. You want to do this if it gets too strenuous, you want to just kind of slightly tuck it so that your spine is aligned. A lot going on here. Hold it right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming out is just as important as getting into the pose. So you want to gently, just slowly make every movement that you make count. Slowly lower the towel down, and then slowly release your towel and hands down. If you want to come up and take a breath, to do so, you want to stay here and continue to challenge your core, do so. It's your exercise, your body. Only you know what your body needs. So please listen to your body, okay? Inhale and exhale. Shh. Inhale and exhale. Grab the towel. Really just grip your towel and then squeeze your elbows into your body. Press it in and feel your whole body engaged. Don't forget your toes, your feet, your legs, your core. And see, close your eyes and see what your shoulders are doing. Does your shoulders want to slowly creep up because this is just getting really challenging? Be mindful and just go ahead and say thank you, but no thank you. And just go all the way down, right? And hold it here. Shh, and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're not going to stop at 1, so stay here. On your next exhale, remember exertion is with exhale. And your next exhale, bring it up about 45 degrees and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at your wrist. Make sure it's not twisted in any way. It's completely aligned. Take it back down to 90 degrees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. You can stay in this position or come up. Take a breath. Whenever you're ready, come right back in and making sure that your whole body is still engaged. This is endurance muscle training. We are really training our muscles to strengthen and that for long endurance. It's not a strengthening like when we lift weights. It's not like that. We are training our muscles so that we can use it for a longer period of time, that it will support our body for the longer period of time. One more time. Grip the towel, elbows squeezing into your body, shoulders down. Now check your jaw. Make sure that your chin is not coming out like this, because our chin wants to help when we're weak, right? We want to hide our weakness with our pride. And what we have to do is we have to learn to check ourselves and be confident that I can do all these things with confidence, with our heart open. That is what counts, our heart open. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and as your next exhale, bring it up to about 45 degrees. Don't do this. Don't twist your wrist. Continue to keep it there and pull the towel. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Continue to squeeze those elbows into your body. Press those shoulders down. Inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and take it back to 90 degrees. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. We're going to challenge every set. We challenge a little bit more. Go ahead and bring it up to 45 degrees again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze those elbows into your body. Don't forget your bottom part of your legs. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly at your exhale. Just bring it down all the way. Relax. Drop your head, weight over your head first so that your body won't be out of balance. And then slowly bring your body forward and sit up tall for rest. This is your resting position. Slowly just go ahead and you can make your roll your shoulders a little bit. It's probably was very tight from all the muscles that we were engaging the whole time. Now bring it forward. Slowly. Listen to your body. What does your body tell you? Do you feel heat? You should really feel warm now. So now that we have worked on our biceps, balance is crucial, right? So we have to work on our triceps. We can't work on just our favorite muscles. We have to work on all aspects of that so our body will be balanced, or else that stronger part of the muscle will always compensate, and then later on you will be off balance and you're going to feel tension and pain and injury in those weaker parts. So we have to consistently be balanced. We have to consistently help each other stay balanced. Okay? So, triceps. I'm going to face you guys a little bit. Bring our chair forward. Same thing. Toes engaged first. Tuck the hip under. Slightly lean back so our core is engaged. Shoulders down. Do not strain yourself in this position by leaning too far back or just completely leaning against the chair, okay? We don't want that. We want to still be challenged and yet get to the point where you think you can maintain that, right? Listen to your body and respect what your body is telling you. Bring your hands together in prayer position, okay? Really just press your together all the way to your fingertips. When every single little part, even the tips of our fingertips, are engaged, it really strengthens us as a whole. Okay? So press our hands together and then just bring it up as far as you can without compromising your shoulders. Okay? Bring it up. Inhale, and as you exhale, go ahead and slowly bring your elbows together as much as you can. And still continue to press your shoulders down. And just it does not have to touch. It's all about engagement. So your shoulders all the way to your fingertips is engaged. And you're like, I don't feel anything on my triceps. Well, if you feel it, it's engaged. Muscles, your tricep muscle, it is engaged. Okay? So you want to hold it here. Continue to press, and you want to bring those elbows in. At the same time, press those shoulders down. And breathe. Watch your wrist. Make sure that they stay aligned. Okay, alignment is very crucial. You don't want to do this and twist your wrist. Really stay in line. Hardest part is keeping those shoulders down. And when you try to when you press your shoulders down, you are engaging your upper back muscle. So our full upper body is engaged. Core is engaged. And then check once in a while that make sure those toes are flexed and our feet are pressing out into the chair, legs of the chair. So our whole body is engaged. Here, inhale. And as you exhale, see if you could just move everything else stays still except for the movement of your arms from your elbow up. Okay? So your elbows stay exactly where it is. Inhale, and as you exhale, just take it out just enough that you feel this challenge. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift your whole arm, all of your arm, without lifting your shoulders, just a little bit by squeezing those elbows in, and you should really feel it all the way to your triceps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your arms down slightly. Take a breath. As you exhale, take it back up. 5, 4. Press those shoulders down. 3. Feel your upper back muscles. 2, 1. Bring it down slightly. Inhale. Exhale. Take it back up. The key is to squeeze those elbows in as much as you can. Continue to do so. At the same time, press those shoulders down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower it down. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Take it back up. Small movements. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, inhale, and as you exhale, slowly, very slowly, continuing to press your fingers together all the way down. And then you can drop your head, come back up, and just shake it off. I hope you felt that as much as I did. We're going to do that one more set. Tuck, lean back, abs engaged, everything from your big toes flexed, all the way up. Feel your legs, it is engaged, right? Because your feet are helping you engage that. Now, hips slightly tucked. You should not feel any pressure on your lower back. If you are feeling the pinch, that means you're arching your lower back. You want to curve that hip under. Tuck it under so that, and your lower back is kind of leaning into that ball of your towel, so you can engage your abs instead of putting that pressure, and that's such a delicate part of that lower back, right? We don't want to do that. We want to protect that. Put it here. Now, if you feel like you just can't do this, you only want to do all the other parts, you can do this. What you can do is you can still do this by sitting up tall and yet slightly tucked so that you don't have this. You are tucked so that there's no pressure, no curvature on that lower back, and sit up tall, and you can still do this with your abs still engaged. Okay? You can't, You cannot do exercise properly without having your abs engaged. We cannot really be functioning life with and expect our life to be balanced and aligned without having faith. It really doesn't work that way. As a Christian, I am a solid believer that without God, we are nothing. Without our faith, we are lost. And here, for a full health of our well-being, of our body, our mental capacity, everything, it's gift. And we need to really be able to engage in that. So either you want to sit up tall and engage, or you want to challenge yourself by leaning into the towel to engage. It is up to you. Listen to your body. One more set. Hands, palms really pressed together. Everything from your thumb to your pinky, tips of your pinky. Press it in. Inhale as you exhale. Lift it up. At the same time, bring those elbows in. Key here really is to just press those shoulders down and breathe. You gotta breathe. Breath brings life to our faith. Breath is life to our body. When you do only shallow breath from your chest, your body is not getting enough oxygen. You gotta really learn to train your muscles to just really breathe. Nice, long, deep breaths. Use those lungs. Fill your lungs with fresh air. Use your diaphragm. Long, deep breaths. Inhale, and as you exhale, take your hands slightly outward, just a little bit, enough that you feel you can still engage all your arms and your shoulders. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift your arms without your shoulder, continue to press your shoulders down at the same time, lift your arms up. Squeeze those elbows in. Feel all your upper body muscles. Engage, especially your arms. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. 5. Continue to breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lift it up a little bit. Just small moves. Small moves really makes a difference. Hold it up. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly back. Bring it back down. Hold. Take it up. Squeeze those elbows in. Press those shoulders down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it just a little bit. Hold it here. Continue to press those elbows in. Inhale. And as you exhale, take it back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Continue to breathe. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Take it back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower it down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Take it back up. Squeeze those elbows in. And don't forget, press those shoulders down. You should really feel the challenge, right, on your shoulders, but it's also your back muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, I want you to just go ahead and slowly, continue to engage. Bring those elbows in and slowly lower them down. All the way. Drop your head. Come up. Sit up tall. When you're sitting up tall, you're still engaged. Heart is open. Shoulders are down. Chin slightly tucked. Close your eyes. Let's take 3 breaths. And release. Just shake it off. It is already 10 after. So I know that many of you guys have been sitting a long period of time. So it is very important that we do proper stretches, right? So one of the things that we have to stretch is our hip area. That includes not just our hips, but our quads, our hamstrings, and especially our hip flexors. If you feel your lower back hurting from sitting too long, it's because you have shortened the front hip flexors for such a long period of time. So we have to lengthen and stretch that at the same time, okay? So we're gonna try to do this by sitting down. So grab your towel, hand towel, bring your right foot. You're gonna try to go back a little bit so you can see a little bit better, hopefully. Bring your right foot on the chair. Okay. And then I want you to dig that heel into the chair. If you dig your heel into the chair, you'll notice your knee is slightly bent. You want that. You never want to hyperextend, because whenever you're hyperextending, you're putting all that pressure again into a joint. And joints are the areas that we want to protect by strengthening and keeping our muscles flexible. So you want to dig it in, so it's the engagement that helps us, right? So we want to engage this leg. The old days, people just wanted to just stretch. So they would just extend their legs, and all they wanted to do was have their head touch their knees. And they think this is stretch. What this is doing is you are really straining everything from all your joints, especially your knee. And the people have found out that this is not a good way to do it. But what helps is the engagement. Once we engage your muscles by pressing your heel into the chair, feel your whole body engaged. Make sure that your hip is square to your chair. Sit up tall. Again, it's not this, it's this, because we're abs engaged, shoulders down, heart open. We want to lead everything with our heart, not with our chin, not with our head, but with our heart, right? Inhale, and then if you feel like you're not as flexible, this is too much, take your towel, wrap it at the bottom of your feet, and sit up tall. This itself should help you have nice long stretch on your hamstrings and your calves. However, if you feel like this is, if the towel is too small, guess what we have? We have a bath towel if you need more. If you're tall, especially, right? I don't have that problem, but you can take a bath towel and then you can sit up tall even better, right? So it's up to you. Listen to your body to see what it is that you need to use, okay? So for me, it's the small hand towel all the way to the feet. Sit up tall, flex your toe, and continue to press the heel into the chair, and you should feel all your muscles from your toe to your glutes engaged. Sitting up tall, don't forget, slightly tuck that hip under so you're not arching your lower back. Heart open, shoulders down. You cannot have your heart open with your shoulders coming up. Look at me, right? We want a heart open. Inhale. And as you exhale, lead with your heart. All you need is just a small movement. Bring your heart forward. And then if you feel like, whoa, this is it, I'm tight, stay there and breathe. Typically, after about 3 to 5 breaths, you will see, I think it's a miracle, the way God created our body. Our body responds. Our body responds to our breath. And as it stretches, as we continue to breathe, we find our heart going even further. Feel the challenge at the same time. You feel the release. When you get to the certain point, our jaw wants to do this, right? You gotta really tuck that. Just lead with your heart. body responds. So when you want to come up, because our head weighs so much, we want to release the pressure. So you want to release your head and then curve your spine and then just slowly come up, stacking your body, release the towel, one vertebrae at a time, and your head is last to come up. You don't want to, now your leg, especially all the way down, have gone through a very strenuous challenge, right? So you can't like all of a sudden take it off the chair. You gotta really praise that, say thank you by just shaking it, release that muscle. Release that muscle. And because our foot is still up, now this is also what we can do is we can stretch our hip at the same time. We're gonna do a slight bit of a hip opener. So grab your chair, slowly bring it in as much as you can that you feel comfortable. Foot flexed. Make sure your big toe is flexed. This is so that we still protect our knee. So we are engaging this muscle so that we can continue to protect our knee. Sit up tall, gently using your elbow inside your thigh, heart open. And as you exhale, bring your heart forward and then give yourself a nice little nudge on that inside your thigh to open up that hip. Stay right here. By sitting on our hips for so long, we put so much pressure that our hips were working very hard to support us. So we need to just really give it a nice, gradual, gentle stretch of opening up those hips. And just breathe to allow the blood to just flow through those muscles. Again, coming out, you want to make sure that you drop your head and then you slowly roll up. All the way, your head is last to come up. Now, see, our body now currently is not aligned, right? You don't want to just take your foot off the chair because then you will shock your muscles and that's when the muscle spasms happen, right? So you want to gently guide your knee back up and just give it a nice little movement side to side. Gentle, be gentle with your body. As much as we challenge our body, we also have to remember to be gentle with who we are. Again, very gently come to the center and then guide that leg down. And then we'll work on the other side. Bring it up. Make sure your hip is aligned with the chair. Dig that heel down. Really feel all the back, especially the back of your muscle engaged. Flex your toe. Inhale. And exhale. If you need to, go ahead and take your towel, wrap it at the bottom of your foot, and to sit up tall. And feel it. Just notice, do you have an arch in that lower back? Then just go ahead and slightly tuck it. But if you're like this is too close, you can't maintain this upright position to do so, then that's a sign. Your body telling you, stop using that little towel. Grab the big one. So grab your bath towel and use that so that it's not about you doing exactly the same thing that I do. It's about you doing what is best for your body. It takes courage to do this. It takes courage for us to say, this is my limit. This is what I can do for now. But I will continue to challenge my body to be strengthened and to be stronger. But for you to try to do exactly what I'm doing by compromising what your body is screaming to tell you, then it can only, what it happens is that you are not doing yourself any favor. And I'm afraid that you are going to lead to some kind of injury. So please listen to your body. Sit up tall, heart open, chin tucked, shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale and bring your heart forward. Just to the point where you feel that tightness. Hold it and breathe. Instead of giving up, when things get tough, it is the time when we have to breathe. It is time when we really have to rely on God and the Spirit to work within us. God created a body to teach us all this. Remember, about after 3 to 5 breaths, just find your body responding. Heart open. And find gratitude in what your body is allowing you to do. Couple more breaths here. Slowly release the towel. Relax your leg. Drop your head. And stack your spine. One vertebrae at a time. And your head is last to come up. And just move your legs side to side. With gratitude. Bring the chair forward. Drag your feet, heel in a little bit closer. It's up to you and where you are. You might not be able to do this. You might have to have your feet all the way out there. But what you want to do is have your toes turned out, still engaged. Your toes need to be flexed so you can continue to support your knee. Because feel that when your toes are flexed, your shin and your calf muscles are engaged, right? So you want that so it'll protect, it does not strain and pull from your knee. So continue to do that. So you gotta find where you are, and then gently you can use inside your arm, or maybe you might have to use your hand. And sit up tall. Inhale, and as you exhale, heart forward. And just gently nudge, very gently nudge your hip open. Whoa, this for me, this is my bad hip. Heart forward. And even for me, I find myself with my chin wanting to just lead. My chin wants to lead my body. And notice I have to consistently, gently tuck and just work with my heart. Continue to breathe. And then slowly release your arm, drop your head, and slowly roll up. Again, your head is last to come up. Very gently bring your knee back up so that your body's aligned. Give it a nice release, moving it back and forth. And then help your leg gently back on the floor. Now we have to stretch our quads and our front hip flexors, right? So we have to stand up now. but we're gonna still use our chair, one chair, okay? Okay. So, one of the things we can do, standing tall, you can use that chair for safety safe way to stretch your quadricep muscles. So what you can do, have the chair behind you. You can grab the front chair for balance. Have your left foot right by the left leg of the chair, front leg, back leg, take it back up, or you can use the front chair for balance and take it up to the back chair, where your knee is comfortable on the chair, and then just what you want to do is you want to press. Do not concentrate on pressing your knee down, but concentrate on pressing your leg into the chair. Make sure your hip is square. And so we're not doing this, right? We're not trying to bring this up forward because we want to do it safe way. We want to really nurture our body. So heart open, standing tall, flex your foot, and then just press the bottom part of your calf and your shin into the chair, down. And you should feel already, just in this pose, nice long stretch of your front hip flexors. And just stay here. Tuck that hips slightly under. You don't want to do this, right? Then you lose the stretch, and all you're doing is you're straining the lower back. So you want to stand tall. So if this is too much, you can't feel it. Well, my legs are too far back. Guess what we have to do? Just bring the back chair in a little bit so that you can stand tall. You have to do what you need to do for your body, right? So tuck the hips slightly under, and then press the leg into the chair, and you should feel a nice long stretch of your front hip flexors. Now, if you're a little bit more flexible and you want a little more challenge, what you can do is you can go ahead and bring it up, and what you have to do is you can do two things, but don't do this if you do not have flexibility. You can grab your toe and then just don't pull. That's a common mistake, right? Don't press the toe into your hand. That'll give you really deep stretch. Now, if you want to do this, but you can't touch the toe, guess what you can do? Towel. Loop it. Put it in your foot, and then you can just do that. Same thing. And then what you do is you want to press your towel down into the chair. Time is going so fast, and I feel like we've only begun, right? So, okay, so I want you to do this again throughout the day, especially if you're sitting a long period of time. So go ahead and release the towel if you need to, if that's where you were. Slowly, go ahead and press your, coming out is very important. Go ahead and engage the front toe, so the weight is on your front heel. Move your body forward, use the chair for balance, and then just slowly come up tall. Okay? On the other side, right foot by the right chair, left foot all the way back to the chair, and then just stand tall, hips square, and tuck that hip under so there's no arch in the lower back, and you should feel a nice stretch by pressing the leg into the chair. You can use the chair for balance. You want to go deeper, you can bring your hand like this and go ahead and press the foot into the hand. Or you can use a towel and just loop it. Heart open. Couple more breaths. And then slowly release. And then weight on the front heel, and then slowly come back up. Now you're like, RJ, we worked on our upper body with our arms. Are we not going to stretch? Of course we will, right? So find a wall if you can. And this is something you can do throughout the house whenever you're walking. So find a corner. You want to stand 90 degrees. Let's see here, I'm totally backward, right? 90 degrees. Now here, you want to press your palm, your whole arm into the wall. And then at the same time, you want to just go ahead and bring your shoulders slightly forward. But if you don't have a wall right now, we're going to do it on a chair. Grab the back of your chair. Thumbs down, okay? Shoulders back and under, sit up tall. Sit up tall doesn't mean, again, do not arch your lower back. Sitting up tall, your hips slightly tucked. Inhale, and exhale, grab that chair. Just grab with your hands and feel your arms and your shoulders and your chest all open up. Minimum 3 to 5 breaths. And then slowly just loosen the grip. And then to stretch the back, upper back and your shoulders, go ahead and bring your arm across your body. It's not about how far the hand can go. It's just literally about crossing the body. Take your other hand, bring it under. It can be here, it can be here, wherever your arm can be. And then from this position, press this shoulder down. Same time, press this arm outward, and this hand will bring it inward. So it's all continuously, it's that engagement. Our muscles are engaged and give us nice long stretch in a very safe way. Inhale and exhale. This is a proper way to stretch. When you see people do this, they're really not doing anything, you know? You just want to really just continue and keep that shoulder down. Continue, press the shoulder down. Same time pressing this arm out. This will be a nice long stretch going on, especially around your shoulders. Release, switch. Press the shoulder down. Press this hand out. At the same time, keeping it in. Engage everything. Continue to breathe. One more breath. Slowly release. When you stretch, you're making room. You're making room in your muscles for all the goodness to just flow right through. Fresh oxygen, the fresh blood, just all going through for healing. And it helps us to stay flexible, right? And that's what we are called to do. We are called to keep our heart open. We are called to be flexible. We are called to make room in our life for others to enter, for God to enter, for the Spirit to just flow through and work within us. So let us sit up tall. Inhale all the way up. Hands together. Exhale, bring your hands to the heart. And we say together, thank God for this time. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me. After this, I want to check your comments and see what you think. And if you like this, we can continue to do this. Maybe we can continue to do it either Mondays and then maybe another day. All right? I will send you guys all emails. All right? I know you're bombarded with them. Have a great day. Bye.